Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Brickanista Broadcast Network. And today's Saturday, and I just realized I don't have this correct. Hold up. Let me correct this. It is the 13th. And it's only because I've been doing these daily brick limit challenges that I realize that I need to keep track of my perpetual calendar, which is also a Lego product many of you have seen. So let me put that back. And Okay, now we're live. So anyway, yeah, I've been really surprised this week. This has been a week of surprises. And I have a lot of you to be thankful for because you've given me an opportunity to really think about what are some of the things that I should be doing and what can I do to improve. And I am still in shock. Oh, hey, Zach, how's it going? I'm still in shock about my Rorschach print, which, by the way, I looked it up. I'm supposed to pronounce it Rorschach. And, I just did that as a joke. Kind of, we were talking about it on Wednesday and we said it's due and nobody wants to have their personality kind of evaluated. And I said, hey, I could do that. I could do a Rorschach print and evaluate myself. And the outpouring of support, I posted it on Instagram and people were just saying that they love it. It was a great interpretation, keep going. And I just really want to thank all of you because I think it goes back to, we're in this community virtually, but if I were doing this on my own and I just decided to post this on Instagram kind of in my own little bubble, that really would have been the end of it. I would have stopped right there and I would have said, I don't really need to do this anymore. So I'm really, really thankful to all of you. You got a lot of positive critiques on the slideshow. I know. That's what was crazy is that, when I looked at this, because I built it and I built it kind of quickly, and I just tried to match it as quickly as I could because I knew it was due Thursday because we had this discussion Wednesday on the Wednesday show. And then I just put it together and I looked up what the meanings were. If you see a bat, what does that mean? And, I like Batman over here. So Batman's, a big thing for me. And it was interesting because I wrote up the script for Tricky Bricks and I said, this is a Rorschach print, or what do you see? And then I put in quotes or a bracket, discuss. And so that's exactly what Flynn did is he said, what do you see? And then the chat would respond with all the different responses that they had. And then also it was interesting to see that Flynn saw Logan, two Logans, and then Richard saw, similar to me, the bat and insects and butterflies and moths and all of that. And so apparently this card is known as the fear card. That if you see something fearful and moths, bats, butterflies, well, actually a butterfly isn't fearful, but then talks about anxiety. And that's why it's interesting. I've been reading up and I won't give out any spoilers unless you've already looked, but there's other cards that have different meanings and depending on what you see, and it could also be apparently what's happening in your life at the time. And the other thing that surprised me as I was doing more research on this is that when you were given this test, you were allowed to look at it from many different angles. You could turn it around, you could, turn it upside down if you wanted to look at it and then make a decision. You didn't have to answer right away, not like flashcards. It was just really interesting about that. But I'm still floored because I know I would not have thought about this on my own. I've said this multiple times that when I've built on stream, the chat is actually part of the whole artistic process. And I've started to really grow to appreciate that on a whole new level than I have in the past. I think in the past when I started streaming, I was like, I didn't want to be alone. And that goes back to the anxiety part. But now I see it as a creative process and very similar to mock improv, where you ask the chat for some ideas and some input, and then the artists create whatever they come up with based on the input. it's very similar to that, but it's also, I think, more engaging when we have people come into the chat and start giving suggestions and start talking about things, because it it makes me realize that we're not thinking alone in some of these interpretations. Oh, Lena's here. I was trying to make you a mod. So now that you're here, I think I could do that easier because I looked for your name and I think I know why it didn't come up right away. I think it's because you have a capital L. I think the capital L was throwing it off. So while you're here, because I can see you in the chat, I think it will let me add you. So let me see if I can go back and look at the chat. Yeah, it's every one of these platforms is just so many things to think about. Let's see, let's go to settings and permissions, community. Okay, let's see if we can get you here. Okay, why are you not showing up? Wow, I don't know. It's something about your, okay, I'm gonna look one more place and then maybe I'll figure this out later. I think that's another thing is that this is a learning process. I will say that this is definitely a learning process. Okay, let me try one more thing because I know that when I have looked at doing these before, that I have sometimes. Okay, let's see if we can look at this. Okay, I don't see the chat. How come I don't see the chat? Okay, I think I know why. I created this using StreamYard. And then what happens is that it creates the whole session, but you have to go back in to put in some of the other settings. And anyway, all right, well, we're just kind of doing a hangout. Do I need to send you my email? You know, in the past, what I've been doing, and like I said, I don't know why you should be able to just put in the person's email, like Cowboy Kenobi and all of that. Oh, you know what it might be? You have a specific YouTube ID. That's what I need. I need your YouTube ID. I think that's the way we do it. So sorry I didn't get back to you about moderator. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to reach out to you or vice versa. Oh, well, I don't want to say, if you don't want to be a moderator, I don't want to like give you the permission and then you feel uncomfortable. So yeah, but Lena actually just volunteered and I was trying to do that. And for some reason, I am just like, I am all over the place here. All right, I see what's happening here. Okay, so I have this as my down camera, and I've been trying to get this working. I realized that I'm in a backstage of a session that ended already. So, oh my goodness, what a mess. It's a good thing that we're a very casual group. In fact, something else I wanted to just give you a heads up on is that I may be streaming on locals.com. And I'm looking at that as an alternative to Patreon, though you can always keep me in mind for fourth or fifth string position. Okay. Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, no, I've been looking at this new platform, locals.com. And part of it is that platform, you don't have all the regulations of YouTube. So YouTube, as you know, is they have certain requirements. You have to get to 1,000 viewers, and then you can monetize after that. But more importantly is that when you engage with somebody on YouTube, you put something in the chat. This other platform allows other people to also put video and video links and other things into the platform. And it's also a mobile platform too. So I'm experimenting with it. What we may do is in the next couple weeks, maybe starting December, we may end up doing that. Okay, I just heard a beep. Did you send that to me on Instagram, Lena? You got the info. That's Alexander 23. Okay, that was Alexander 23 that just texted me. Okay. All right, so back to this down camera. I thought I had this all dialed in. Glenn and Cornado do an amazing job already. Yeah, they do. They absolutely do. And as you probably know, Cornado was sick for a while. So we had Glenn and then Debo just got a job, so he wasn't able to mod for a while. And same thing with Brickworm. Is Brickworm also got a job, and so she, it's, and I may be getting a job soon too. I just applied for this amazing job in Seattle, and it's gonna really, if I get it, and I don't want to jinx it because I feel like that may be my problem when it comes to people, just things that I've wanted and I've said, hey, I'm doing this, and then all of a sudden they say, nope. And what I'm referring to is, of course, the um, the Lego recognized Lego fan media, because I really wanted that, but they said that haven't given me specific feedback yet. They just said no. They didn't just say no. They gave me, the whole, we really don't think you should worry about, not getting the recognition. You should still grow your community, and, we still value, what you bring to the table, that kind of thing. But they weren't very specific about, and there's, several reasons that could be. It could be as simple as geography, that they already have so many people in Seattle. And as you know, we have Arch Lug, SPS Lug, C Lug, a Bionicle group, and we have Sasquatch Lug or Squatch Lug. And fingers crossed and good luck. Oh, they've already told me no. Oh, you're talking about the other job. Yeah, the other job. And part of the reason why I was late, and part of the reason why I'm kind of more dressed up today, is because I was doing a video, and what did they call it? A video intent, not a certificate of intent, but just you had to record yourself for 3 minutes as a why you want this job. So I had to do a 3-minute recording. So I did that on Zoom and I edited it, and then I submitted that. Plus I wanted a cover letter and a resume all together. So I'm, keeping my fingers crossed. I just sent it around 8:30 today. so many lugs. Yeah. It could be just as simple as that there's, they want to have these, and there's also Tom Alphin, who's also recognized Lego fan media. He's here in Seattle too. So it could be just as simple as that. It could be, we have way too many people in Seattle. The WBI is up here too. So let's just count that. Women's Brick Initiative, C Lug, SPS Lug, Bionicle Lug, Tom Alphin. Who am I missing? All right, that's 5 right there, or people who are ambassadors from the Seattle area. And, when I think about it from that perspective, it might not have anything to do with me and my content. It might just be as simple as the geography. So that could be the issue, maybe. Or it could be, I have low production values. Like I have this right here. My down camera is right here. And, I am really kind of a one-person production show, and I don't have the same high tech that other people have. And don't forget, I'm the Rachel Ray of Lego. I do small sets, and maybe they want people who are going to do bigger sets too. And I also thought about it some more, that if I had been accepted, I would have had to have gotten some more storage, because they send you different sets that you build and review, and then you tell your community. Speaking of the WBI, I wanted to say congrats on being featured. Oh, yeah, that was so much fun. In fact, going back to locals.com, I'm planning to put some background videos or behind the scenes videos. There's this one video where we did the toss, and it was so windy that first of all, the blue bricks that are supposed to come to me don't even hit my face. They're like, I don't know, 3 feet to my right. DM sent with your email address. Oh, okay. And then I, tossed to the front camera, and the wind took the bricks completely off camera there too. So I just think it's hilarious. So I'm going to post that. I'm probably going to post it in locals.com to do some testing, and then I might post it on Instagram a little later. But I've been waiting to post this because Alyssa has been putting together the whole video, and she was so excited that Allie and I did ours outdoors, and that we had, big Seattle icons. She's sitting in front of the Museum of Pop Culture, and I'm sitting at a table with the Seattle, Space Needle in the background. So yeah, several people have commented that they really thought that was cool to see where we were, because a lot of the other ones were in their homes, or, one of them was, I think the tray company was in her bed. She was like sleeping, and then somebody tossed some bricks on her. You were thinking some of those takes had to hurt, especially if there were multiple takes. We had to do 3 takes for each of ours. And it's so funny because when you see Allie, I'm tossing the bricks to her off camera, and she, yelps, when she gets hit. And I can't remember how many takes I think it was 3 takes each. But, and then she says, "Hey, Naomi," and then she tosses her bricks, and you can see that the blue bricks are in the cup. But then when she tossed it off camera, but Alyssa was able to time it perfectly. So you knew that those bricks were coming towards me. And in that case, those literal bricks were thrown at me because we filmed together. And we were lucky because the order that they gave us, we were able to film together and be a part of that. But it was pretty funny too, because we're in a public place and people are looking at these 2 middle-aged women. What are they doing? They're throwing Lego bricks at each other. It was pretty funny. So your Lego streams are nice because they are not scripted, and some streams follow script. Yeah, I'm actually for next year. So I'll just tell you what I'm thinking. And we're going to do a test starting in December, Saturday night, locals.com, because I really want to try this platform out. It's an alternative to Patreon. I'm going to give out free subscriptions for that just so I can get people to test it out with me. And I'm going to put some behind the scenes types of videos, a discussion of maybe the Rorschach prints before they're released, that kind of thing. And yeah, I think it's going to be interesting because Saturday night, I've already been thinking I was going to do something different. That's why we're planning these community streams to see how things are. You're a little unfamiliar with who was before you. She's another Seattle builder. Yeah, that was Allie Perry. And Allie Perry and I have been friends for the last 2 years. And she is hysterical. She does a lot of cosplay. So I did do an interview with her for a Brickanista on the Move, which was, I want to say 2 months ago, maybe. And so she and I talked about cosplay while, we were supposed to meet in person, but because it was raining, we weren't able to do that. But yeah, so Allie is really funny. And she wanted to actually do the brick toss in the museum. We were walking around the museum and we had our masks on and everything. And she goes, "Oh my God, this would be a perfect place to do the brick toss." And I said, "I don't know. I'm not sure if these people are going to want to watch us, tossing bricks." So we decided to go outside, and it was so perfect because the view of the Seattle Needle, the Space Needle, was just, I was able to put the tripod in such a way that you could see the Space Needle behind me. You'll check back and look her up. Yeah, definitely. I'm a little like Julia Child of Lego. You drop a lot of Lego. Oh my God, that's hilarious. That's really funny that you say that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, I kind of, and since we're talking about food channels, I'm kind of like Rachel Ray and Julia Child mixed together, right? It's like, oh no, I just dropped another brick. And what are we going to build today for $10 or less? Or what are we going to do today? And I was calculating this. Oh, by the way, okay, so I looked at this set, the Eternal set. Okay, we're going to build this on Thursday, $9.99, and it has 133 pieces. You can buy 85 of these, or you can buy one Titanic. This would go a long way for a community of children, to all be building together. Or you can buy one Titanic for one person or maybe a group of people to build. The art of French Lego. Oh, okay. Here's another term that I was laughing about today is that, that song, I think it was the Commodores, and it was like, she's a brick house. And because I was thinking about the Brickanista Clubhouse, and then I said, oh, it could be the brick house. And I said, no, I probably don't want to call it that. Yeah, so the Saturday night stream, I think it's going to move to locals.com. We're going to do a test in December, and I'm going to give out quite a few, gift subs for the month of December, just to kind of just test the platform, etc. You like my math? I know. Can you believe that? I mean, when you break it down, and I think if you take 133 pieces times 85, it works out to 11,000 some odd pieces. And I think if I remember right, the Titanic is like 9,000 pieces. So the other thing that I think we're missing the boat is that what are we doing to really reach more people? And I think my focus on the smaller sets is actually reaching more people. So welcome, PT. Good to see you here. Yeah, Lionel Richie and the Commodores. Yeah. Doc is Alton Brown and Frank has crossover. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, it's a parts pack. Exactly. And I have my special guest will be on Thursday, will be PNW Lego, also known as Cass McClellan. In fact, I'll put that in the chat because you should follow him on Instagram. And this is exactly what he did, is that he built this. PNW Lego built this, and then he did a video. He said, I was so excited about this set because it's an amazing parts pack. And so, and especially, let me see if I can get my down camera going here. Okay, so here we got this parts pack, and he was talking about these pearlescent horns, that this is one of the few sets that has these pearlescent horns, and you get 12 of them in this pack. So when I looked at that and I said, oh my God, that's $9.99, and it has 2 minifigs in there. It comes with Sprite and Icarus. So I told him, I said, I'd love to have you on the show, have him on the show, and we can actually talk about this. And if you want to go ahead and buy this ahead of time, then you can play along with us. And the other thing, so I did want to just announce for those of you who missed it earlier that my application for recognized Lego fan media status was denied, rejected. And it actually, I think, is going to be okay because I'm starting to approach other places like Target, for example, because that's also more my market anyway, is that I have been, promoting Target on my own. And then a lot of the pieces and parts that I get are from Target. Who's there? Uh-oh, knock, knock. Who's there? Al. Al who? I'll be building Lego. Okay. Oh, don't worry, PT. It's okay. I think I was talking earlier that they haven't told me the reasons yet, but it could be something that I have no control over, such as there are so many ambassadors out of Seattle because you have C-Lug, SPS Lug, Arch Lug. That's the one I was missing earlier. WBI. You have Tom Alphin and Squatch Lug. So that's 6, right? You have 6 ambassadors in the Seattle Pacific Northwest area. Then you have also, if you count Port Lug, and you know, if there's what, 400 some odd ambassadors and 7 of them are all in the Pacific Northwest. And then also there's Kat, Dr. Kat. She's also in Washington State. Your condolences. Yeah, don't worry, it's okay. I will say I was disappointed, but I also wasn't surprised. And I also feel that if Lego really wants to have a diverse set of voices, there's a geographic decision consideration. Yeah. And if that's the case, if there's too many people in Seattle, it doesn't matter what I do. I would not get in, right? Because it would be like, no, I'm sorry, we have way too many people in Seattle. So I will find out. I have asked for feedback. And I think too, I also have a smaller community that people are looking for larger communities. And if they sent me a Titanic right now, I honestly don't know where I would build it. But I have a cool niche. I do. I do have a cool niche, and maybe they'll come around and then they'll come to me and they'll say, well, we noticed that you're focusing on the smaller sets. Like, yeah, I've been doing this for over a year. So, but that's okay. That's not going to stop me. Next week, we're going to do this Eternal set, and I have Cass McClellan to thank. So I've invited him to the stream. We're going to work on this. I'm not sure if he's going to rebuild his or if he's just going to chat, but you have the business registered. Oh, they are updating the application for first quarter of 2022. Yes, I saw that. And but please keep up the good shows. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't intend to stop. I think what I will be doing though is changing things a little bit. You love that little Eternal said, hey Glenn, how's it going? Meow. Yeah, no, I think that, when I think about why do I stream, and I talked about this at the very top of the hour, is that we were talking about this, that I made this Rorschach test. Here, let me make myself full screen here. So remember that this came about, and I know PT, you missed this, but on Wednesday's show, we were joking about how the self-portrait mock is kind of a psychology test, right? And they only had 16 people who submitted. We found out Thursday. But Wednesday, I said, you know what? Maybe I should do a Rorschach test. And I could do that. That's black and white. I can whip that out. So that night, Wednesday night, I worked on this. And then I showed it on my stream on Thursday. And then Max and a few other people were saying, you should show that at a con. And I'm like, you want me to show this at a con? I just slapped this together. And they go, no, it's really good. And I said, oh, okay. Well, there are actually 10 prints in the Rorschach test. So I could literally do all 10. So I've decided I'm going to do one a week. And that's kind of what I was doing before the stream, is I was looking to see what kind of white plates I have. From what I remember, you started to stream to talk about Lego with people. Yeah, exactly. I started streaming for a couple different reasons, but what I've grown to appreciate more and more is how the community gives you really good ideas. It's like mock improv, but what mock improv does says, okay, here are some ideas. You got to build it in the next 90 minutes. But this thing that I just built, to me, it was kind of garbage, right? It was just kind of a joke. I just kind of said, okay, I could do a self-portrait as a psychological self-portrait. That's what I said. I said, I'm going to put a Rorschach test in, and I'll put it in my description about how that is a reflection of me. And then I posted it on Instagram. I got all these people are saying, oh my God, that's great. And, I'm looking forward to the next 9. Got deep into self-reflection. Well, and that's the thing that's interesting, that as I was doing more research, this guy did this in 1921. This is 100 years old, and it's still pertinent today. And I think that timely essence of it, the fact that it can have that kind of duration. And I have looked, there have been a few people who've done it in Lego, but because the white base plates hadn't come out until 2020, Most of the ones that were done before were knolling, where they just knolled out different things on a white surface, and then they would take a photo. And so I think maybe I'm starting a trend. Maybe people are going to go back and check the Rorschach test and start looking at it some more. So this first one, just so you know, this is the fear card. And this is what they do. They start everybody with this. And this is the fear card. So if you see something fearful, and I said I see a bat, or if you see like a moth or some kind of insect, that kind of says you're anxious. You're an anxious person. And then if you see something beautiful and, endearing from this, then, you see life in a beautiful way and you're not as fearful. So I thought that was interesting. You're scared. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And I don't want to give away what the next cards are unless, you want to do spoilers on your own. Would you be up for a sponsorship from Al's Cards and Collectibles? You have a business license and resale permit and some product? You're trying to get the business off the ground? Yeah, sure. Maybe let's take a look at what cards you have before I commit to that. If you have some cards that are a little too racy, then maybe I wouldn't do that. But yeah, if they're just, sports cards, yeah, I might be open for that. Sure. So going back to the reason why I stream and some of the benefit that comes from that is we encourage each other. And this whole idea of the Rorschach test literally came out of the stream. It came out of Wednesday's stream. We were joking about it, about, who's working on this self-portrait challenge, because it's a hard challenge. You couldn't do a minifig. You only could do things like a mosaic or a brick head or something like that. And because it's a challenge, right? And I said, well, maybe I can do a psychological test. And that's when the Rorschach test came out. And that kind of stream of consciousness thinking is something that I feel just very blessed by, because we talked about it. And then that night I just said, okay, I'm going to get this ready because Tricky Bricks is on Thursday. I got to get it in on Thursday. So I think I started it and then I finished it Thursday afternoon, took some photos, sent it off, and then did the description. And then Friday during the show, people were just like, oh my gosh, that's great. So now I'm going to do all 10. You'll be starting to sell stuff in January. Okay. Well, the other thing is for people who belong to Sortlug. So we were talking about this in Sortlug. We were talking about the Rorschach test and how these white base plates are pretty flimsy. So I got a lot of really good techniques from people in Sortlug who are mosaic builders about what they do to strengthen this base plate so you can put it at a show. So what I'm going to try is I'm going to take foam cord or foam core board. And somebody said you take foam core board and then you stack them the way you want them and you use like gaffer's tape. So, that could be something for locals.com. Maybe we could do a test of the locals.com and do a behind the scenes kind of thing. So that's what I'm thinking about. Like I said, I'm going to give out a lot of free accounts just to get it kind of off the ground and see how things go. Only baseball cards, Magic the Gathering and Yu-Gi-Oh. Okay. Okay, we'll chat some more. You have some experience with old baseball cards. Well, I have a Dr. Fauci baseball card. I have one of the few. A friend of mine gave it to me. So yeah, I have a little bit of experience with those kinds of cards. So anyway, I did send out some invites to people if they wanted to join the stream. It's kind of optional because this is supposed to be like a Saturday community stream kind of thing. But if not, we can just, roll with it like this. What I was going to do is continue with what I had started on Wednesday, which is this castle build. Some of you maybe were on the stream when I was doing this. This is You're not going to sell your Walter Payton. Okay. Yeah, I think the Dr. Fauci card, I think came from Topps as well. Okay, so this is the interior. You probably remember we did the interior of the castle. And I did do a few modifications off stream as I changed the 1x2 clear bricks to these cylinder bricks. And then, so this is the inside, the interior. We could work on some micro furniture. And then we need to think about what's going to be in the moat, right? So this is the moat of the castle. So one thought I had was I could put some grass here and a little bit of sand so it's not just flat like that. And then we also have the middle, which I think actually the middle, I'm trying to remember. I think the middle is pretty well done. Uh-oh, why can't I open this? There we go. And hopefully the clutch is still good. Yeah, this is already done. This is the micro doll, and we have a little drawbridge that we have in the middle. So the interior, this is the one where we started on the interior and then we did the exterior versus the Santa one. So I think that's what I'm going to be doing, is I'm going to be continuing with this. And I noticed Brickaroo Bonsai. If you have a chance to check out Brickaroo Bonsai's page, Brickaroo Bonsai just did a modification of the Little Mermaid book like this, and he substituted the Punk Pirate Mermaid. Nice build, thank you. Yeah, this is my new 3-in-1 builds that I'm doing. So I've done one already with Santa. I'm waiting for some parts to finish that. This one is going to be my castle build. And I have to think about a castle book so that I can add this to the Tricky Lug library as one of the books for the library challenge. So I'm going to think about that. But I think for today, I'm going to finish this off. So we started it on Wednesday. And I think, yeah, I think overall I'm really happy with it. You know, we were talking about colors and what have you. Oh, Cowboy Kenobi's here. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, we were just talking about how streaming, you know, people stream for different reasons. And, you know, I've found that the encouragement from the chat and the ideas that come from the chat, like the Rorschach test, and that came out Wednesday. You know, we were talking about that, like who's doing who's doing the self-portrait challenge, and there were only 16 entries. There weren't very many because it was a tough one, and I think Joel was saying that he didn't want to submit anything and have people psychologically evaluate them. So I kind of said, hey, what if I psychologically analyze myself and then do a Rorschach test and then put that out there? So now people love it, which surprised me, honestly. And so, yeah, so we're going to do that. You like the castle towers. Thank you. Yeah, and I'm using, let me go to my down camera now, oops. Yeah, I guess this is okay. This view is I'm using right now. This is a shield that came from the Thanos mech. And then these came from the Frozen storybook. So I'm using that. And then I'm trying to remember where I got all of these windows, these what is it? This foam green windows. In fact, I got to push this down. The clutch is coming loose, probably because I had to tear this apart a little bit. And then the other thing I did off stream, for those of you who remember where I left off is I had put in these gold slopes. And so what I did off stream is I added a 1x2 and some curved dots, some quarter round dots around the perimeter. Yeah, so I'm still trying to think, what am I going to do with this one? I might put a 1x1 cheese slope here and here to kind of have it come down at an angle. I don't know. I'm still playing around with it, but I have that. And then also, you know, I don't like open studs. So I'm trying to think about what am I going to put on these. But that little bit of gold, I think, does make it look more interesting on the outside than just leaving it plain. You got to go. Your cat is meowing a lot. Okay, no problem. That's fine. Yeah, thank you for stopping in. Yeah, so anyway, what I'm going to do is let's chat a little bit about this moat, because this is where it might be worthwhile to do a, maybe we can do some research, because you remember when I did research on the fountain build. So let me see if I can find a Google site on moats. Moats. Moat around a castle. That sounds good. And get some images of what moats actually look like around castles. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen here. And I sent the link to a couple of you. So if you want to join, feel free. But if you want to just lurk and hang out, that's fine too. But I just figured I'd give you the option. And yeah, I was talking, if you're wondering why I'm dressed up a little bit more than usual, is I was doing a video interview where I had to record myself and submit a 3-minute interview about why I want a certain job. So yeah, that's what I do off screen. All right, let's see if I can pull up this moat. Here we go. Okay. Can people see that okay? I'm assuming you can. Let me take a look. Yeah, you can see it. Okay. So I'm just trying to get a sense of how close does the water come? And let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the moat does come all the way to the edge. Oh, here's one that might be interesting. Crocodile moats are fiction, but bear moats are not? What? Ripley's Believe It or Not. Wow. Okay, so you get to learn something more and more every day. Okay. Ripley's Believe It or Not. Crocodile moats. The idea of a moat imparts a sense of impassability and danger. Okay, this is kind of what I was looking at. You see how they have this green area and then they have the moat? Not only is there no record of a moat containing alligators, most moats weren't even filled with water. What? What? The London Tower has a dry moat? No. Oh no. Moats were dug around castles, boosting the defenses. Okay. But they said there was a bear moat. I don't want this to be like clickbait. Okay, here's Mulderslot Castle in Holland. That is interesting because that looks like water and has a classic bridge as well. And let me go back to the chat to make sure I don't miss any of your chat. It needs a drawbridge, yeah. Fear the bear. Yeah, I've got to find out what is this bear moat thing about. Okay, the crocodile is fictitious. Benedetto Croce is responsible for the crocodile myth. Wow. Okay. I want to know about the bear, though. What's with the bear? Okay, here's it. The bear moat. If moats weren't filled with crocodiles, did they contain some other feature? Exotic animals are rare, but there is one moat that contains animal guards to this day. The bear moat in Český Krumlov Castle in the Czech Republic. For the past 300 years. No freaking way. Whoa, there's a bear. Oh my God. Okay, so you learned something new today, chat. For the last 300 years, they have had bears at this Český Krumlov Castle. It started in the 16th century when Wilhelm von Rosenberg brought a couple of bears from Transylvania. No freaking way. They're vampire bears. We're going to call them vampire bears. That could be another new mascot for the Brickanista Broadcast Network. Beware the bear. I think that's going to have to be. Oh, fill it with panda bears. Yes. Okay, we're going to have to do that. I think we're going to have to do that. I need to say ta-ta for now. Okay, no worries. You got an early morning meeting. Okay, thanks for stopping by, Zach. The bare necessities. Oh my goodness. They are lowlands, and you keep a bear there to eat the attackers. Oh my God. See, I would have never thought about that. That goes back to what I was saying earlier about how you'll see something online in the chat, and then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, we're gonna put bears in this moat. It's true. It's true. There is a Czech Republic castle that has a boat filled with bears, and we're gonna put panda bears. Okay, so now I'm thinking we put this water that maybe this base plate needs to change to green. Have panda bears protecting the castle. Then you know it's a Brickanista original. That's funny. And see, once again, the chat comes through again. Is that, and you know I have a lot of pandas. The only problem is right now they're on the pirate ship. So now what I need to do is for another con is build a huge castle with a moat full of panda bears. And then people will say, why are the pandas surrounding the castle? It's like they're protecting the castle. It's a bear moat. Look it up. It's real. Oh my God, that is so funny. And then let's see. Yeah. Okay. Okay. We're going to have to do that. All right. So now I've got all these mocks I've got to build, which by the way, I was looking at this. So in my down cam, you'll see that I have a couple of these pieces, but I don't have very many. I think these came from a bulk buy, but these old pieces that you can use to make castles, I think they're really expensive though. I can make a historical car explaining to the folks a bit of history, and that because it's a Brickanista Broadcast Network, it had to be panda bears. Oh my God, that is funny. That is super funny. Or we can call them panda guards because they're actually pair heads on top of, minifig bodies. So maybe it's the panda guards that are in the moat. Anyway, I would love to get more of these to build another castle in the future, but this is literally all I have. The other piece, which is really interesting, is this one, which is a crenellated corner. So, but like I said, I don't have very many of these. I just happened to get some of these from a bulk buy. Okay, my friends. Well, I think we have a plan. The only thing is, I probably should look this up again. Let me go back. Because remember, we're doing this for the Tricky Lug library. So let me go back and share my screen again of the crocodile and the bear moats. Okay. So I need to look up this Český Krumlov Castle in the Czech Republic. Okay, so I'm just going to look that up and see what book has that. So, all right. So let me see. Well, this, if I do it here, is this the same screen? Book. I should have added book. It's got to be referenced in some historical book. There we go. There we go. Castles and Chateaux in the Czech Republic. Okay, so now we can say this is based on the Český Krumlov Castle, and we can quote one of those books. And actually, this is actually kind of freaky, folks. Let me zoom in on one of these. There is like a row of windows here. Let's see. This kind of row of windows, similar, but I want to see where the moat is. I should go back to where the moat is. Okay, let's see. Let me see if we can zoom back out. And, uh-oh, how do I get out of this view? All right, let me stop sharing this for a moment. This has been interesting. This has been interesting. The things we do for our mocks, I tell you. Yeah, bit of history. Yes, so I'm going to put this in the chat so I can make sure that I can come back and refer to it. But the Chesky Krumlov Castle in the Czech Republic. Okay. Yeah, so I think what I need to do is go back to the photos and images, because there is, I think, before the bear moat, a very similar view of all of those windows. And let me see if I have a bear moat. Who would have guessed that there's a bear moat? And I need a wide angle shot of the bear moat and the side of the castle. But I'm getting all these bears. They're actually quite adorable. You know? The bear moat of the Chesky Krumlov Castle. Okay, this might not be a bad view. Let me see if I can share this with you. So hold on. Oops. Uh-oh. Did I lose StreamYard? I hope I didn't lose StreamYard. Oh, no. All right, hold up. There you are. I have one of those, I have an external USB video camera. And so because of that, I can't see what's underneath the camera on my browser. So the joy of research. Yeah, yeah. Who else, where else on the internet in the Lego world are you going to learn about bear moats except on the Brickanista Broadcast Network? Oh, you've been to that castle? It has a cool bridge. Oh, very cool. Well, I'm glad that you're here, Joel. Welcome to the stream. I was just going to share this bear moat side view because it's an important part. Let me see if this is the one, hopefully. Okay. Nag on the Lake. So this bear moat. So you've been here. So we were trying to decide if we have the side of the building, then we have this, I think, is the bear moat, and then you have water. So that's perfect. Is that we put in maybe a couple of studs, maybe 4 studs deep of rocky kind of terrain, and put some bears in there. We're putting panda bears in. So that's what you missed, Joel. There's one of the bears. They're vampire bears because they come from Transylvania. That's what we were joking about. And that's true. The very first 2 bears came from Transylvania. Okay, so I think this is going to be our inspiration photo. And then we already have this row of windows. So we can put some trees, some either, you know, rocky, maybe dark gray / green, a couple of rows of that, keep the water, and put a couple of bears in there. Okay, we got a plan. So like I said, where else but the Brickanista Broadcast Network are you going to be building and learning about bears? It's like I said, it's all craziness, but hey, it works. But welcome, Joel. I hope you're doing well. We're just hanging out, chilling. And in fact, I wanted to thank you because I think it was you who brought up the whole thing about tricky bricks and the psychology of doing a self-portrait. So we were talking about the Rorschach test earlier. So thank you, because I remember you started the discussion and then it kind of evolved from there. But okay, so this is what I'm going to do today is I'm going to build this, and I'm going to put some rocky and maybe, let's see, I only have 6 studs, so maybe I'll put in, well, I can maybe go up to 4 studs. And then the water is just kind of a, you know, it is a moat. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. So I think light gray would probably be a good choice. Light gray with some green, and maybe make the moat. I mean, if we could make the moat kind of circular, that would be cool. But we'll play it by ear. We'll see. I don't want to commit to anything just yet. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe some angle plates might be kind of fun. Panda bears playing with the beach ball. Lure a false sense of security before the bears attack. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I would have never learned this about bear moats if it wasn't for the chat and for having to build these things. All right, so I am looking at some gray here. So this might be kind of an interesting angle. That might be too much. You might have to bring that out a little so that you can have this kind of a sense of a, like I said, I'm kind of thinking it would be nice to have it almost kind of circular. That actually looks pretty good, is to have it that way, and then put a 1x4 there and then line that with some other bricks. We have the water that gives us plenty of room for the bears. I don't know, do they make a beach ball? I don't know if they do. I might have, do I have a soccer ball from GBC? Maybe. Yeah, so I'm really amazed at how some of these builds come together. Because I would have, if somebody told me before I started the stream that you're going to be building a bear moat, I wouldn't have believed them. I would have said, what? What? A bear moat? Okay, so it's 16 across. I do have some light gray that are, what, 2x12s? So that might work, but if I have one 2x16, of course, that would be even better. And maybe I do. Are these the 2x16s? Aha! And I do have one in light gray. Yeah, so so the whole idea of a community stream, it seems like people would rather lurk. So maybe it's more fun lurking than actually being on the stream. That actually looks pretty good. I'm really liking how this is starting to come together. So I'm going to go ahead and secure this down. And what I'm doing is I'm lifting up on the bottom so that I don't push down too hard on it. But this is also going to help with structure, so that's good. Yeah, and these angle plates definitely give it a lot more visual interest. But yeah, panda moat. A bear moat. Get more clothing. Yeah, no, not a bear moat. It's a bear moat. Panda bear moat. So thank you, PT, for suggesting that. That is great. I happen to have a couple bears left over from my Let's Go Camping mock. I think that one, though, I had to take quite a few bears from that for my other one. But yeah, and don't forget their panda. I don't know. Do they make a regular panda bear? They do, right? Those little baby ones. You got to sign off, but you're going to be right back. Okay. We'll see you later, PT. All right. Let me find a 1x4 in light gray or 2 1x2s, something like that. We can fill that gap. Yeah, no, like I said, sometimes just taking a little bit of time for research, you'd be amazed what you find. It's just amazing. Yeah, I actually like this a lot, the way this is coming together. Okay, and actually I probably could put maybe some, I wonder how many bushes I have. I don't think I have very many. Let's see. Ivy. Well, they are panda bears, right? So I could put bamboo instead of regular bushes. I could put like a couple of these bamboo shoots in different parts of the castle. I mean, it's a mock, right? It could be whatever you want. Oh my goodness. Panda bears guarding the castle, which is based on history, and you know that Czech Republic castle has been doing it for 300 years. So if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for the Brickanista Broadcast Network. I'm sorry, I just think this is so freaking funny. It is super funny. It's like, you can't make this up. You know, if somebody told me that, you know, did you know that they have bears in the Czech Republic? I guess Joel knew, because Joel has been there before. But yeah, no, I had no idea. All right, so I guess the idea of a community stream maybe on occasion, or like I said, I treat this like my Wednesday stream, where it's just kind of like, I call it Reworks and Retrofits on Wednesdays. So Sunday or Saturday could be the same thing. Reworks and Retrofits. Because we're always doing that. That's what we're always doing. And, all right. And you don't want to, I mean, even though I like things being symmetrical, not when it comes to ground cover and foliage and such. But I think we need to have the bears as the feature, right? What would be hilarious is to have the bears with shields, right? Like the ones from the old Castle series, so that they're guarding the moat. It's like, I don't know. I'm wondering if I should put some of that grass down here. Let's play around with some grass. Let's see, how close can we get that in there? Yeah, this could work. This could totally work. And like I said, I always am amazed when I work on a stream and you see what comes out of it. Okay. Like I said, I don't want these to be too symmetrical. Something kind of, maybe I'll move this over a little bit, because we want the visual space for the bears here. Here, I'll show you what it looks like from my angle. You can kind of see like that. That's looking pretty good. Okay, let me grab a couple bears. A couple of panda bears. I'll be right back. They're over here. Oh, I don't have many left. I'm down to 3 bears over here. 3 bears. And I have one of the tiny ones. And Chubbin is actually in a mock right now. And I took a photo of that. I think it's in the other room. I'm looking around, I'm scanning, but I could always put Chubbin in later, but I might have to use Chubbin, because these guys are, you know, these bears are kind of tall. I don't know, they might work. I've got, this one was from the, and like I said, I have to, a bare minimum. Yeah. Well, what I might have to do is replace the torsos. Like this one, this was the one that was camping. So he's got kind of like a hoodie kind of thing going on. So yeah. Okay, so I think we're looking at what? 2 bears? Yeah, this one has a Chinese torso, I think, and this one has a see, now that you look close up, I think this one's a medical doctor. Yeah, like I said, ridiculousness abounds here. at the Brickanista Broadcast Network. Okay. All right. So I think let's look at what torsos I have. So I don't know, Chad, what do you think? Saturdays, should I just keep the format the same, or like I said, I'm Saturdays are the ones that I'm still kind of curious about what I should be doing on Saturday night. What I am going to do Sunday night is I'm going to start on another convention model. That seemed to go over really well on Twitch. All right, so if I remember right, let's see, pandas have black arms and white torsos, I think. So I have a lot of white torsos in here. And let's see if I have something with black arms. Yeah, so I do have a couple of these with black arms, so I can adjust them. Only the best ridiculousness on the BBN. Yeah, if I'm known for nothing else, it'll be just freaking ridiculous. Right. Okay, so I think what we're going to do, see, I'm looking for also black hands. So I'm going to start customizing these. So this has the black arms, which is great, but it has white hands. I think we're going to go black arms and black hands. Or should I do some research real quick? Let me see, what does a panda's torso look like? All right, so panda has fully black arms, fully black legs, and a white torso in general. Okay, we could roll with that. We could definitely roll with that. And like I said, the fact that my camera hides the tabs really. You're caught up in a build, so mostly lurking. No, it's okay. We'll call you if we need your help. Glenn's here too. So we were talking about mods last time, and I did ban a phrase. So I think by banning the phrase, that troll may not be coming back. That's my hope anyway. So you can see what we're going to do here. I know, folks, if you're not familiar with doing this at home, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm tearing the arm off. Easiest way to do that is to put the arm all the way back like this and then pull, and then it pops right off. So that's what we're doing. We're doing some, I guess that's kind of a technique. I don't know if people know that that's an easier way to pull the arms off. Yeah, so we're gonna replace these white arms with those black arms. Banned a phrase, oh dear. Yeah, it's every time they post, they start off with, I think it's web-hd. So I banned that phrase. So hopefully they will not be here today. They will go somewhere else. And this is the hard part, though, is putting them back on. Sometimes you can twist and they'll twist back on. Plus, don't forget, I'm doing this for the camera. Let me see if I can do it in front of me, because I get more leverage if I could do it this way. Sometimes I do. Yep. So you can see, sorry I had to do that off screen, but there's the black. And then I'm going to replace this later. The arm, or the hand rather. Yeah, there's some people who have like a whole set. There we go. So we have now the black and that. And where is, I think we could take this one. Yeah, I'm still learning more about, what's happening on YouTube. But yeah. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. I need to put black pants on. Put the black pants on. Oops. That looks adorable, doesn't it? Okay, now what we need is we need the black hands from here. So yeah, we're customizing. Let me put this away because I can have a feeling this is going to drop and I will be not happy. Not a happy camper. Yeah, so yeah, for those of you who have not even thought about ripping the arms off of your minifigs, that is allowed. It's all part of, you know, mocking, being able to build what you want based on the parts that you have. And I think they showed that in the Queer Eye set when they put all of those torsos without hands as closet designs or closet shirts that they have. Oops. Okay. Now another little feature, I know a lot of you know this already, but these hands also have different angles. So depending on what you have your character holding, you may want them at the same angle. Now these aren't clutching as well as I would hope, so that's why I'm kind of finessing them a little bit more. It's a panda, so yeah, adorable. Yes. The panda bear guards of the castle. Okay. Now, if I wanted to, I could have put Batmanda and Chubbin to follow along the theme, which maybe I will do, because Batmanda actually has a cape. And actually, I think Batmanda isn't that far away. Chubbin is... I took a photo of Chubbin for the 13 or 12 piece build, but here, let me just give you a perspective that there's the panda, a full-size panda. There's the little panda, but the wrong color. It's from the Friends series. Okay, so what if I need to probably put some rocks in there too, but I'm just laughing that we're having panda bears guarding a castle. That is too freaking funny. Or, you know, if we want to kind of do a callback to the camping theme, we could have like a little campfire next to the pandas that they're camping in front of the castle. That does look amazing though. So as you can see, just making those little modifications so that it looks like a real panda instead of a person with a panda head on it. I will put a jumper down. It's like, you gotta have a light gray jumper in here somewhere. Oh, maybe I don't. You know, it's funny when you have a collection, you think you have a lot when you actually don't. Okay, I have a light gray jumper, a 1x1 by 1. I was hoping for a, oh no, don't lose it, Brickanista. Okay, I caught it. You missed this earlier comment, but Al or Lena said that I should be Julia Child because I'm dropping things on the floor all the time. Okay, so I am going to put this 1x2 jumper down instead, and this will also lock in those two plates. And then let's see if I put him or her there, then you can rotate it. That's one of the things nice about having that. And then I could put a second one here. The panda guards. All right, let's see. Do I need another white torso? Do I need to make a second one? Maybe I should, since we're here. Yeah, we'll do that. We shall do that. I'm also more mindful about when I drop something. because now that I have a dog here, I don't want, you know, Que Sera to, you know, get affected by it. Okay. Do I have a plain white torso? I do. And this one has no arms. Perfect. So yeah, I've got one of these. So I need to have some black arms, black pants, and then I'm ready. Black hands though too. Do I have black hands on this one? This one does not have any hands, but there are black hands over here. Yeah, it's mix and match. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. The things we do for our craft. Yeah, but I appreciate you all hanging out here. And once again, I'm going to tear these off of this minifigure torso. I'm sorry, I have to do this over here just for the leverage. Oh no, that's the one thing, putting them back on. They usually snap, so I'm surprised this one's not snapping. I wonder if it's a different, I don't know, is this a different one with the, is it an older torso with maybe a different size? Is there such a thing? All right, let's try the other side. Just in case my theory is correct, maybe I have two different sizes. Let's see. Aha, I think we have different hole sizes here. It's hard to tell because of the, but that looks a little smaller. Okay, hopefully I'm not going crazy. Not yet. There's always time. Okay, so this one, I have this completely white torso with white arms and white hands. So I'm gonna see if maybe I was right. Maybe the other torso is maybe a different model, or could even be a different brand. Dare I say it? Dare I say that? Oops. I don't know. I'm just eyeballing it, but it does look like it might be a little smaller. I think it is. I think it's just a hair smaller. I mean, I don't have calipers, so can't measure it, but I'm going to try. Let's see. This is the other arm. Let's put that over here. The left arm. Okay. Let's see. See if my prediction is true or if it's just like a low low body strength. Oh no. No. Don't drop those. I should probably do this over a table. I think I'm right. I think it's just a hair smaller because that one snapped right in. So, yep. I think I'm right on this. Once again, gonna pop that off. Yeah, so it's been an interesting week, I will say that. All right, there we go. Yeah, so it's got to be that other torso. Maybe it's a different brand. I mean, how would I tell? The torso and that fits. I guess I would have to look for the Lego logo somewhere. Where do they put them on torsos? Do they put them on the interior? Well, here's something else to look at. If you look at the way the different interior is, I'm going to look at another one. Yeah, I think it's a different brand. Because look at this. I think it's a different brand. Because most of the ones we have here have that little notch in the middle. There we go. Okay, see? We caught them red-handed. Or should I say black-handed or white-handed. All right, let me get these black hands off. Boy, that is just a subtle difference, but you can tell. You can really tell. And that just snapped right in place. Wow. Okay, panda making at its finest on the Brickanista Broadcast Network. You too can make a panda at home. So yeah. So we're going to have 2 pandas guarding the castle, having lunch, sitting down. Let's see. I need a head and a panda head. I saw the panda head over here. Yep, we can use this one. And we could use this head too. It's a bear moat. Oh my God, I'm still laughing at that. Oh, is PT McEwen in the green room? I see. I think you don't have your video on. I'm going to put you back in the waiting room. So anyway, we have a second panda now, and we have the jumper, so we can put the second panda in place. Let's see. Yeah, like I said, it doesn't have to be directly center. And this is almost like you want to have like dogs playing poker. We can have pandas playing poker. Pandas playing poker while they're guarding the moat. Okay, there's PT. Hey, PT. How's it going?
Hello.
Hey. How are
Sorry,
you?
I was apparently I had my camera, I don't know, muted. I don't know what you call it.
Video mute. Yeah.
Yes, video mute.
Yeah. So welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Saturday night community stream. And yeah, I was just talking about whether, doing just like a hangout stream would be something we want to do, but I think so. Thank you for that suggestion. Here, I'm going to make this one full screen for a moment. So here's
Pandas playing poker.
I've got to do pandas playing poker.
Like a little mafia pandas or
it's
something.
It's a separate one, yeah. But this one are the pandas. And people are going to say, why do you have pandas with the castle? It's like, well, it kind of came from a stream.
You make a little placard and you educate the public about moats.
Yes. It says it's a bear moat.
There you go.
Czech Republic castle, which is a real thing. I didn't make that up, but since this is the Brickanista Broadcast Network, we had to have pandas. So that's why we have pandas. And I was thinking if they're protecting the moat, it might be kind of funny to give them spears or something. Maybe I'll give them spears.
I was thinking cigars and like some pistols or something.
Pistols.
Well, because you were going to have them play cards, and I was thinking more like mafia pandas, like, hey, you want to see Cousin Vinny? You got to wait.
No, I was thinking the pandas playing poker is another mock.
Gotcha.
Separate mock of pandas playing poker. And pandas playing pinochle, yeah, that could work.
Maybe pandas playing Pokemon, or what did
Pokemon.
Baseball cards?
Do they make cards like that? I know you could do a 1x2 tile, which kind of looks like a card. Maybe?
Yeah, and you would have to probably either print a sticker or put it on yourself. I don't know if anyone makes those.
That I'll have to look at the original dogs playing poker one and then adapt it with pandas playing poker.
That's all right.
It goes back to I would have never thought about that if it wasn't for the chat.
Well, as soon as you said bears, there's only one bear for you, and that's the panda.
Well, that's true, but I honestly I hadn't been thinking about that until you mentioned it. But I think, let me just check the clutch power on this. So let me go back and put this.
Well,
so if I move this open, the pandas seem like they're holding steady. And then, Doc Sampson's here. Hey, Doc.
Hey,
yeah,
Doc.
So what you missed, Doc, is that apparently in the Czech Republic, there is such a thing as a bear moat. And I wonder if I should put a little bear somewhere here. Is there a clutch place for the bear? Not really. Yeah. So anyway, we'll keep the interior the same. But we have a drawbridge on the interior. And then we have the pandas. And this is funny because the first view is this, right? The interior, and we can just make this like a regular scene. And then you turn it around, and then the second scene is the pandas guarding the castle. And then the third scene is this little mini castle with the drawbridge.
Wow.
I just love these little 3-in-1 builds.
That's pretty fancy.
That's hilarious. That is freaking dope. And nobody will see it coming, right? Because you start off with this and people think, okay, classic kind of castle build. So the next thing I'll be doing is working on the castle build. But I think we are done with the exterior. So yeah. So welcome to the stream, Doc. I guess I could put rocks and things if I really want to fancy it up, but I think overall that is pretty good.
No, that's pretty good.
With pandas on it. Oh my goodness. Only on the BBN, right? So how are you? I see you got your Bricks LA shirt on. So are you set for Bricks LA?
Oh, well, I am a registered VIB, very important builder, and actually Tylug has just worked out a sponsorship with them, so we are sponsoring Bricks LA for 2022.
Wow!
We're actually doing the lighting awards, so mocks that are lit up, because we have not done that at Bricks LA, and so this will be the first time this January doing an after hours or lights out type thing. So we're going to be doing that, and Tylug sponsoring the awards for that. So but I am working on my book, which is Justice League.
Oh, how cool!
And it's a pop-up book. Oops.
Oh, nice.
So there's my Justice Hall, and then I've got my superheroes, so I just got to kind of put them out in front.
Oh, that is beautiful.
But yeah, it's based off of, this old pop-up
The pop-up,
book.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. I haven't gotten that. I should, well, I know it's too late to get it. It's retired.
It's too late now, but it's a cool little, just the mechanism and just the thought that went into it to make this thing work.
Yeah, it is.
It's pretty cool. So so I was kind of mimicking it, except my book's a little thicker because the Justice Hall.
It's still amazing.
But
that is so cool.
But yeah,
and I'm glad you're into Justice League. You're a DC person instead of Marvel. So Marvel's getting too much attention.
Too much love?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't get me wrong. I mean, I got my Marvel here, so gotta love the Marvel. But I was just doing something different, and I've got my DC guys. Got my Batman, my Superman, and
Joel thinks you need the Wonder Twins for that.
Ooh, they were. Wait. Don't we have them in a collector set or something, or in a? Oh, Joel, you might be right. We do have them somewhere.
Okay, I'm gonna argue with Glenn on this point. That Marvel can't help that the DC movies trend way suckier. No, can you say Batman? Batman. I think there's been 8 Batman movies, something crazy like that.
That would be true. I would agree. And and Glenn, I tend to hide the Batman somewhere in my mocks, some of my bigger mocks. I always hide a Batman, and usually it's down low, so the only ones who see it are the little
kids.
4 or 5-year-olds that are right at the elevation. They go, "There's Batman."
That's cool.
So, yes, Batman.
CMFs. That's right.
There was.
I have a few. I have
the Wonder Twins.
I'm
looking at my wall over here of my collectible minifigs. That's why. I was trying to see if we have, because I remember the Wonder Twins somewhere. Yep. In shape of, what was it? Ice. They were all, one was water and one was an animal, right?
It says, woo, Batman. How many Marvels? I love Batman plenty, but aside from him, oh, I see. Because I think there's 23 movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Yes. Well,
something like that. But
Naomi,
then again, you have
there's always a hater in every crowd.
You've got the Aquaman movies. You've got, I mean, we could probably count them out because Batman, don't forget, Batman's been around. The movies have been around a lot longer than the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Absolutely. I think Glenn should make a Batman mock just because of that.
I don't even think he owns any Batman. I think he's an Iron Man kind of person.
Glenn, I can ship you a Batman and you can make a great little mock with the Batman.
Lego released the Justice League Heroes from the Saturday morning cartoon. Oh, okay.
I'm trying to think what I think, because I've seen them before. I have them somewhere.
Because he does say the Wonder Twins are official minifigs.
Yep. Okay, I do have them. They're somewhere.
So maybe you need to go find them. And apparently Glenn owns a lot of Batman. Well, you're disrespecting him.
You know what? I think maybe Brickanista should do a Batman challenge. Wait. When's Batman's birthday?
Oh, there is a Batman day. I think I've done a brick limit one. Okay, let me look this up.
September 18th.
Yeah, but we could do Batman for the holidays.
See, there you go.
We should do that.
Then that way Glenn can redeem himself.
Well, see, this goes back to the chat comes up with amazing ideas. Is that you always hear about Santa going down the chimney. What about Batman delivering gifts by climbing up the side of the wall?
Batman saves Christmas. Right there.
Batman saves Christmas?
Yeah, and then it can be whatever. He can be delivering toys. He can be rescuing Santa Claus. Yeah.
Well, we should say Batman saves the holidays.
There you go.
That way, if somebody doesn't celebrate Christmas, they can do something else. Yeah.
That is true.
Okay, I think we've declared it. The December challenge is Batman saves the holidays. Is that right?
Yep. Glenn's in, I know that for sure.
No, I'm serious. You want to go in on that together?
I can do that.
Okay. So take that, Glenn, if you want to participate in the challenge.
I think Glenn needs to participate in the challenge.
I think he does. Now, did they make a Batman Santa? Did they make one with him in the Santa suit? Or why don't we just put the cowl? I think I have a Batman close by. Put a Santa suit with the Batman cowl on it. I think so. I think that's possible. I think we can do that.
Batman Santa. When did they do a Batman? Or maybe they did. Maybe this might be a third party.
The second Wonder Woman, not so much. Okay. Oh, I see. See, he's backpedaling now. I'm not dissing anybody. I'm just saying that, comparing the body of DC movies, you actually said suckier. That is dissing the movies. If you use the word suckier, that is dissing it. Sorry.
I think he called you out, Glenn.
Yeah, exactly. Most Marvel ones are pretty good. Very few DC ones are that good, aside from Batman and the first Wonder Woman.
Yes, I would say the first Wonder Woman was awesome. The second one was
Yeah, the first Wonder Woman was absolutely amazing. I'm looking for a Santa suit.
And you can put a Batman head on a Santa suit.
I put a Batman head on a Santa suit.
Yep. And you can even give him a utility belt if you want to.
Okay, why don't I have a Santa suit? Wait a minute. Okay, I do have a Santa suit. This was an old one. Here, let me show you which one I have.
Oh, yeah.
Here. This is an older one. So
put a yellow utility belt on him, put a Batman head.
Yeah, we probably could.
You're good.
Now I got to find a head and a Batman cowl.
All right. I have to write this down now.
Batman for the holidays.
Saves the holidays.
Saves the holidays. So we need to declare it. Should we declare it Monday?
You can do it whenever you'd like.
Give people a chance, because I know a couple people are running challenges right now. I know Boone is running a challenge, a mashup movie challenge.
He is until Sunday. I think you have to do it by Sunday because I think
right
the cutoff.
And then Brick Huntress is running the Be a Superhero one.
Ooh,
I think that one is also due.
I didn't see that one. And actually, I saw her at Brickfest Live in Pasadena this last weekend.
Let me check, because I'm pretty sure, unless she usually does her reviews on Sundays, so she maybe have closed it out and the review is coming up. Okay, here we go. Build something super. What is the dates on this? Okay, we have time. All right, final projects are due Sunday the 21st. And then she will be doing the live brick show. So I've got to do Super Sewer Baby. It's going to happen. Super Sewer Baby's going to come back.
Build something super, and that's Brick Huntress?
Yeah, here, I'll share my screen. Hold up. Let me share my screen.
Well, I could do the Batman one, saves the holidays, and I can enter it for that. And
yes, we can do both. We could do a twofer. Okay, so here it is. It starts November 7th, and it says, let's build something super. And then usually what you do is you use that hashtag, let's build something super, and then you, I think, tag her, and I think she's doing this with maybe veteran Lego dad, maybe, or maybe she's just doing this on her own, because it says tag Brick Huntress. Okay, anyway, look up Brick Huntress. It's Kate. You probably have seen her work. I'm sure you've seen her work. She does a lot of mosaics and things. In fact, can you still see this?
Yep, we can see that. Yep.
Okay, so you've seen her work, and she might be in Pasadena. So this
she was in Pasadena this last week. She's back up because she had to be back for her son's birthday.
Okay. Well, she started with this Wham.
Yep.
And then she added the spaceship.
Yeah.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. But
she
runs
both
these
there, and her dinosaur. Oh, there's a picture right there in the top left. That was her exhibit.
Dinosaur?
Yeah, the dinosaur. Well, that's her with Jen.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jen liked her build. Jen liked one of my builds too, which was cool. I got the little LM from Jen.
Nice.
For my build that I did for Speak Like a Pirate Day.
Oh, nice.
So she liked that build, but yeah.
All right, I'm going to stop sharing here.
Yeah, Kate was there with, I think 6 of her mosaics.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she drove them down from Bend, Oregon.
She has been taking the Lego world by storm, and she keeps winning all these awards for her mosaics. And I think she started at Bricks Cascade just last year. She hasn't been on the circuit for a long time.
Yeah, no, and her dinosaur one won an award at BrickCon.
Yes,
she had the volcano erupting with the lights. It was really cool. I like her textures.
Amazing builder.
She is. She has some beautiful textures on her mosaic. They're not like slick tiles. They're actually depth to them. If you look at them from the side, you'll see that there's depth to her mosaic.
I had to do this.
Santa Panda?
Santa Panda. Panda Santa? Santa Panda.
Santa Panda, Panda Santa?
Sanda. Santa saves Christmas.
Yeah, that's funny.
I'm still looking for the Batman cowl.
Well, now see, I always have a Batman handy. See, so I have a little Batman on my stand here.
I have one here.
He's handy, but I don't have a Santa handy. I'd have to go dig him up.
I have to see it. This one might need the other head because, I think it needs the other head, but you get the idea.
Oh, yeah. Ah, perfect.
Yeah, the other head has the little mask over the eyes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. See, I've got to do that with that little Batman sign that says "You're welcome."
Oh, yeah. Here's the here. Let me put my down camera up. So this is the actual head, and it has the wraparound.
Yeah.
For the chin. So yeah, I think if I put this on, and this is another version of Batmanda, a different kind of Batmanda, or no, this is Batman Santa.
Batman Santa.
Batman Santa. Batman saves the holidays.
There you go.
Okay, we've just declared it. We're doing Panda Claus. Oh yeah, the other one's Panda Claus. Ooh. I like that. I wonder if I use this head for the panda. Is that? Oh, that makes him much darker. He's got like really dark eyes when I do it that way. He's like evil Panda Santa, Panda Claus. Okay, right. We're gonna have to do some.
Are you
Panda
saying
Claus.
Batman is Panda Claus or is Panda Claus Batman?
Oh, Panda Claus is Batman, I think. I think Panda Claus brings all the good pandas toys, and then he's out fighting crime when he's not delivering gifts.
Well, see, I was going to say Batman's like the coal elf. If you're bad, you get a lump of coal from Batman.
Oh, it could be. You haven't been a good boy today.
Exactly. You need to clean your room.
Okay, all right, PT, you called it, so I'll go in on this with you. We're gonna do Batman Saves the Holidays. So it's a Batman in some kind of scene, either as Batman as Santa or something.
Batman saving Santa.
Or you can have it's the holidays, so it could be maybe Batman saves Thanksgiving, or
there you go.
Batman saves New Year's.
And I know Glenn is all in.
Yeah.
Glenn is all in on this challenge.
Glenn is all in on this because he's going to have to make up for his suckier comment. I wasn't dissing them. Yes, you were. Here's the actual quote. And he even put trend in caps. Look at that. You can't get away from something like that. So I'm just saying, I'm calling you out there. I never said I wasn't saying that I was dissing them. Yes, you were. Yes, you were.
Oh, Glenn. Poor Glenn.
I'm not making up for anything. Okay, so, all right. So I think I have to work on inside the castle. But it's already now 10:48. So I didn't know. I could save this for maybe tomorrow. Or I can keep going. How are you doing, PT?
I am okay. I don't have anything. Son has basketball. He's in a basketball tournament this weekend. I think his next game is at 12:10. So.
Oh, okay. Okay, so
that's like 14 hours from now. So
another half hour, 45 minutes, something like that.
Yep, I'm good.
Okay, let's do that. So I was thinking for the interior, we could do a classic like throne room, like build a throne there, and maybe I don't know, have some places, or it could be like the banquet hall, and have like the head table, and then that's probably better. Is put a long table here with some chairs in the back. Yeah.
There you go.
Probably better to use up that space. And I think, I'm trying to tie in the colors. It looks like it's trending more bluish. So maybe I should go with the dark blue with some gold. Then I would tie in the Thanos shield. And then put Thanos there.
Yes, it's having brunch in the kitty litter box.
and put a cat in there in the background as like a callback to the litter box. That's hilarious.
And that's Glenn's fault.
That's Glenn's fault. Right. Oh my goodness. The things we come up with on these challenges, I tell you. Yeah. It's hilarious.
Well, that's
hilarious and freaking funny. Okay, this is a little too big, I think. Yeah, I need to go probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The responsible one. Yeah. As long as you don't use the word suckier.
Oh,
yeah.
Man.
But thank you for the condolences, by the way.
Yeah, that's just. I'm sorry. Yeah, but
it's
I
okay.
know they're revamping it and they're looking.
Mm-hmm.
I know they're looking differently at the ambassadors for the Rlfms or whatever they call them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think I'm curious to see how the application comes out. I've only I just saw the postings on that and whatnot. I did know there was geographic considerations. That was the same reason.
Yeah,
why
I have a feeling that might have been part of it too.
Yeah, Tricky Lug didn't get because of there were other.
They're too close to
Bay Lug and the train group right there in the area. So.
Well, also they were too close to Tricky Bricks.
They were but at that point, Tricky Bricks was not a media.
A lug. That's true. They're an Rlfm
ambassador.
But still, and who knows? I mean, they might have said it might have been geography, or they might have said, what you said about the baby elephant, we didn't like that.
Wait. What did you say about baby elephant?
What did you say about the baby elephant?
Exactly. It's a baby elephant. It's cute.
No, you didn't hear that. Did you watch that episode?
No, I might have missed it.
Okay. Okay. That is how the whole Stephanie and her gang are trafficking animals.
Oh.
Because if you look at all the sets in the entire Friends line, they have some fancy vehicle, like a hot air balloon, taking white tigers off a mountain, or they have a helicopter taking llamas off a mountain, or they have a Jeep that's taking a baby elephant out of a swamp. So the whole theme is they're rescuing the animals, but they never show them taking them back to the parents. So, so that's why I said it could have been that.
Gotcha.
And, we don't like how you'll say that about our sets. That's a terrible Danish accent. But we do stream at 9:00 at night. So that's another thing, is that I don't have a lot of kids on my channel.
True. Matthew builds bricks now.
After that episode, it spun off a couple of different things. So if you look at the Friendship Timber, Debo did a ship with all animals on it. And it said that the animal parents were tired of all their kids being abducted by Stephanie and her gang. So they're going back to go get them.
Are you telling me Debo made you do it?
No, I made Debo do it. I think. So Cornado had Stephanie's pirate gang in this amazing pirate ship with all these electronics, where they were finding where all the animals are. And then Alexander 23, he put together also similar to what Debo did, where the Squeaky Squad were going out to go find the animals that have been abducted by Stephanie and her gang.
Wow.
So that's why that could have been a reason why they.
I'm sure. I am sure.
You're sure? Yeah, it could have been.
No. That's funny. When did you record that episode?
But if they were smart, so Lego, if you're listening, if you were smart, you would have people like me go into the program, because then I would be obliged to follow your rules. And then I couldn't talk about that.
Gag
but now
order.
that you said I couldn't be in your program, now I can talk about it. and so the whole joke too, PT, is that, okay, so if Stephanie and her gang are abducting all these animals, where are they going? Well, guess what? The next Friends line is a carnival.
Oh.
so all these people are going to be building carnival sets, and they're going to take all those abducted animals and put them in the carnival. You know it's going to happen. You know it's going to happen. They're going to say, oh, we need to make a 3-ring circus. Oh, I got some white tigers over here.
No,
it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And you heard it on the Brickanista Broadcast Network that we're here to protect the animals.
Protect the animals.
What's the difference between an Rlfm and the LAN? Actually, an Rlfm is a subset of the LAN. The LAN is the LAN Ambassador Network, and you have the recognized Lego fan media sites like Tricky Bricks, Boone Builds, April B, Dr. Cat Builds,
yep.
and Tom Alphin, the brick architect.
Yep.
And then you have our locks, which are recognized Lego online communities, which that might be something we could potentially do if we partner with somebody in another country.
Yeah.
Especially a country that's underserved.
Yeah, they're a little more rare. Those.
Our locks are online communities, which Tricky Lug wanted to be a recognized online community, but they were rejected because they were too close to Tricky Bricks.
No,
and then the last one is the R Lugs, which is the recognized Lego user groups, which is Baylug, Tylug. Do you pronounce it Tylug or T-Lug?
It is Tylug, yeah.
Okay. Tylug, C-Lug, all Portlug, all of those who tend to meet in person.
Yeah. Tricky Bricks, by the way, did not go for a R lock, just to let you know. They went for a regular lug.
Oh, interesting. Well, Joel says some of those Rlfms they have, though, are Snooze City. They don't want entertainment. They want people with large followings. I think that's the other reason. So I'm speculating. I have not heard the comments yet. I'm speculating it could be my geographic area because I'm in Seattle and we already have so many people in Seattle. It could be that I don't have as large of a following as other people do, like Emma Soros, for example. She has a huge following. When she's live, she has like 150 people watching her, like when she's building the at, for example. And I know, we've had some discussion about that. She meets a different market. Maybe she isn't what you or other people might want to watch, but she meets a huge market. There's a lot of people who like her. And I like her too. I think she brings this very positive energy to the Lego community. But you're right, there's others, and we don't have to name them, but there are other Rlfms that, and a lot of them don't do mocks. And maybe that's another reason. Maybe they don't want somebody like me who does mocks because I focus more on your existing collection than buying something new.
Yeah, but you do both. I mean, your Thrifty Thursday is like you pull the set right off the shelf and you build it.
That's true. That's true. But then I do say things like, you can buy 85 of these and get 11,000
Titanic,
pieces, or you can get the Titanic for $850. Yeah.
There you go. That's it right there.
Well, Joel says she is too saccharine for me. Well, she doesn't. That's why you hang out at the BBN, because I have more of a sarcastic personality, which is a more mature
audience.
I have a mature audience who enjoys satire. I think that's what it is. We're people who have a sarcastic, satirical sense of humor.
There it is.
In fact, that's what I probably should put as 2022's tagline. Right? The satirical sense of humor. Satirical, sarcastic, and cynical. There we go. You got to have all that alliteration in there. Yeah. But we have fun. And like I said, when I heard that they were coming up with the circus line right after the rescue line. It's like, what are you doing with these animals? You need to find a way to show that and it really is true. Subconsciously, what are they actually telling children? That, you got to save the animals, but they didn't finish the story, right? They just said, you got to go out there. You see an animal in trouble, go rescue it. You see somebody stuck in a swamp, go rescue it. It's like, okay, now what? They have the rescue compound, right? Yeah. Which is where they gather all the animals in a big pen.
And but they still haven't connected the traveling circus. Is that what you're saying?
That's why the next line of the carnivals.
And they're the ones who can afford the big house for mom and dad, right?
They need to have the other part of the story where the animals are returned to the parents. And that's why Debo made that ship of all the animal parents.
The Debo Ark, is that what it was?
Their kids.
Yeah. So you steal my babies. Now all the moms and dads are angry, and we're going to come back and rescue our kids.
So Joel was saying nobody can have a smile plastered on their face all the time. Well, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. There are people like that. Maybe not here on the BBN, but there are other people out there in the universe who may have that. Let it flow through you, Joel. And like I said, I mean, I don't think it's saccharine. I really think she sincerely is a nice person. So I think, that may be a little premature for you to say, Joel. But we're going to build a throne. I think we need to have it about this big so we can have characters on either side. And then we have maybe 3 characters in the middle.
So I have a question. If you're going with pandas, does that mean you need to have like the little fox character and the kitty cat character and the dog character, and it's all animals around the throne room?
That's an interesting thought.
I don't.
What's it called? Anthropomorphism.
Yes,
see,
I'm just throwing
You're
it
not
out.
going to hear that on other channels. The villain backstory.
Throw up little definitions right there on your placards.
Anthropomorphism. Okay, I'll look it up and I'll put it in a banner underneath.
There you go.
That's a good idea.
This is kind of like Sesame Street. It's educational.
Okay, well,
we already learned about the history of moats.
We learned about bear moats. Okay, I'm going to put this definition for anthropomorphism. Yeah, this might be a new segment on the Brickanista Broadcast Network. You want to learn about anthropomorphism? You've come to the right place.
Come to the right place.
All right, let me see. Let me edit this banner here. Anthropomorphism. Okay. All right. I can have it scroll as a ticker. Okay. Let's see. There we go.
Oh, boy.
So you've heard it here on the Brickanista Broadcast Network that since we have pandas guarding the castle, that P.T. McEwen has suggested that we use different animals that are anthropomorphized to represent the different characters that would be in a castle.
Yes.
I like that concept.
And the cat needs to be named Sir Glenn.
Well, we could have, it can't be a panda because the pandas are going to be, guarding the castle. We don't want to be too stereotypical, like with a lion or something, but a red panda.
Oh,
now, where is my red panda?
There you go.
Oh, we could go even darker by putting Pigsy in there, and they're all eating sausages.
Oh,
he sells sausages in a noodle truck. That came from Lego. That wasn't me. But there's Pigsy. You put, or maybe Pigsy is one of the wait staff.
You don't have to propagate it.
That's true. I don't. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Poor
Because on the
Pigsy.
Brickanista Broadcast Network, I'm a vegan and we like animals. And we don't eat them.
I enjoy good steak. I will tell you that.
Stop anthropomorphizing pandas. They hate that. I don't know. I think they actually get more privileges when they're anthropomorphized.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Yeah, you heard it here. You heard it here on the Brickanista Broadcast Network. I could put a nice, smile with that if you like. Okay. Let's see. Oh, what about, okay, here's some other options. What about the Looney Tune characters?
Oh, there you go.
I've got Looney Tune characters. You can have Sylvester the cat. In fact, here, let me move this out of the way. All right, let me put my down camera. Okay, so I've got this cord in the way. Let's get that cord out of the way. Okay. So we could have Sylvester the cat, Glenn, aka Glenn. So we've got Glenn going to be in there. Who else is going to be in there?
Well, you got to pull one of each. So you got a bird, a bunny.
We could do
a duck.
Bugs and what's her name? Barb?
Babs.
Babs? Bugs and Babs as like the king and the queen?
Yeah, although I would mix it up. I think.
Actually, Bugs is the queen because he always dresses in drag.
He does. He does.
And I could put him in a suit, like one of those long gown suits that they have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think we have the queen. Who's the third one? Who would be the king
Porky,
if Bugs is
Porky
the
king?
Who's that?
Porky.
Porky. Porky could be the king, maybe.
Although I'm trying to think of a. That's right.
What about Taz? Tasmanian Devil as the king, Bugs as the queen, and Sylvester as kind of like the what is it? The page.
He's the Duke. No, some Duke of whatever. Lord Glenn Sylvester, or Lord Glenn of Sylvester.
Lord Glenn of Sylvester. Oh, the female bunny is Lola. Okay.
It's Lola. Okay. I thought it was Babs.
This would be great because he already has a turkey leg.
Oh.
So you know how they always are eating turkey legs at the Renaissance Festival?
There you go.
So, okay. I think Taz, and then there's a pie there, so we could put the pie on there. Okay, we got it. So Taz is the king, King Taz, Queen Bugs, and Sylvester, what is it? The page or the fool? Maybe it's Sylvester the fool. Okay. This is getting to be kind of weird, but funny. You're not going to hear this on any other network, only on the BBN. And Glenn just put the link for all the CMS. Okay. And then I do think I have, this is good because Bugs is eating a carrot too. So we have food items already with part of this. So and we can maybe get some cheese from Speedy Gonzalez. So we got a lot of food items, which is cool. Okay. All right. Though it will be kind of weird for the book story. What I'll probably have to do is explain to Rob Zaccardi, he's the one who's managing it all. I'll probably have to say that this is the main scene, and it's an adaptation from the book about that Czech Republic with the bear moat.
Yeah, I think you just explain it as history, so it's historically accurate.
It's historically accurate with an adaptation of pandas. And then what we're doing here is a Looney Tunes. Well, actually, I wonder, there's got to be a Looney Tunes book that had cartoon characters in a castle.
Well,
I'm going to look it up. A castle. Because didn't they have small Looney Tune books? Yes, they did. Okay. Okay. I think we have some options here. Okay, I'm going to share my screen because there's a lot of stuff here. There's something called Crazy Castle. That was a book. Or no, wait a minute. It's a Game Boy. All right, hold up. Let me share this. The things that you find out on the Brickanista Broadcast Network.
Oh yeah, you're rivaling PBS, you know.
Okay, so here is this tab. So these are images of Looney Tune books regarding castles. So here's one. It's called Bugs Bunny Escape from Nottingham Castle. And there's Porky Pig.
Yeah.
So maybe I should put Porky in there because then I can actually reference that this is a book. Yeah, it's a real book.
You don't have any Castle or Knight people, do you?
Because
I was thinking you could put them in armor and then put the Porky Pig head on top, maybe.
Well, let's see if we have some inside images, because he's just wearing his normal thing. Okay, there's a wizard. That's kind of cool. See, I told you learned something new. And this is vintage. So what year is that? 1980s. All right.
Vintage?
Well, that's like 30 years ago.
Yeah, does that mean we're old?
Yeah, we're old. Sorry to break the news to you, but we're old. Yes, we are. I know. I have come to that realization. The other day I was having a conversation about Twilight Zone episodes. And the one with the guy who plays Captain Kirk, William Shatner.
Yeah.
And some people had no clue what I was talking about.
Oh, so you were like talking the original old school,
yeah.
And they're thinking the new ones that were done by who just redid them?
Not James Earl Jones, but
no, it's Peel. No.
Oh, here's another one. Oh, this one's a personalized children's book. Interesting. And you see how there is a photo, or there was.
I see Sir Glenn of Sylvester and Porky.
So we have to put Porky in there to match the book.
There you go.
Because then that way we can say it's a legitimate book. It actually exists. Okay, so here's the personalized children's book. And this was the scene that, so you have Taz, you have Daffy, and you have Tweety Bird, and Sylvester and Porky. But we don't have that much room. So, okay, so now I'm redoing this because I think now what we have to do, let me close this window, back to here. I think we're going to focus on this storyline. Where was it? This one. Because there is a castle on the front of the book, and there's a moat, and there is a drawbridge. Yeah. Yeah, so that's it. This is the one. Escape from Nottingham Castle. I think Rob Zaccardi, Vanessa Zaccardi will be like, okay, Brickanista's really out there, but it is a book. It is a book. So now we can claim that, yes, we're referring to a book that actually exists from the 1980s that we've never read.
Yeah, but we've seen pictures of it.
We've seen pictures of, so we know it exists, and that's our inspiration. That's where artists, or should I say artistes. So Twilight Zone was rebooted by the dude who did Get Out. Oh, Jordan Peele, yes.
There you go, Jordan Peele.
Yes.
I couldn't think of his first name.
Absolutely right.
Thank you. Yes, he just redid all that.
And so did Glenn also said, developed by Simon Kinberg, Jordan Peele, and Marco Ramirez. So see, look at all that you learn on the Brickanista Broadcast Network. We learned about anthropomorphizing. We learned about this Looney Tunes Escape from Nottington Castle. We learned about bear moats that exist in the Czech Republic. You just never know what you're going to learn on the Brickanista Broadcast Network.
True that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we now have to go back and get Porky. Should I just leave Sylvester out because he wasn't in the picture?
No, he was in that picture, wasn't he?
No, not in the Nodrington Castle one. Oh. He was in the other one with all the characters with Taz and Daffy.
It's an artist interpretation.
Yeah.
It's an artist
interpretation. Well, and we do like Taz because he's got the pie and he's got a drumstick.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll keep.
And I'm sure Rob will pull out the book. Wait, we have the book and he's not in there.
And what we'll do is we will substitute Porky for this. I must have taken Porky out already. Did I set him aside? Where'd Porky Pig go?
He was in your collection.
Yeah, I see him. It's easy to find him because he has that. That's all, folks. It's fine. All right. So, escape from Codrington Castle. And like you said, we'll have this turkey leg. Actually, we could have Taz eating the turkey leg and put the pie on the table. That's what we'll do. Look at all the possibilities we have now. And I think I wanted to use gold. Didn't I say gold?
You did. You said gold.
And I had my gold supply. It was here. I've been doing some cleanup around here, and I've been amazed at the things I found. It's like, oh, that's where that is. But I had all my gold pieces. Ah, here they are. Okay. Yeah, I was talking to Marianne Asanuma on Sortleg about she was asking if I was going to go to Bricks LA. So I still haven't decided yet, but she was telling me that the Hyatt Place, actually you might know the answer to this because it's not on the website. The Hyatt Place has a special rate for us.
It does. They have a block of rooms, a limited number block of rooms.
Yeah.
I'm a Hilton guy, so I get special privileges. So I stay at the Hilton around the corner.
Ah, okay. Well, the Hyatt Place is a dog-friendly place.
Oh, there you go.
So I could actually go and bring my dog with me.
Although you should probably check. I don't know. Do they allow them at the convention center?
Probably not the convention center, but I could still travel with her and leave her at the hotel in her crate and then come back and make sure she's okay, let her out, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks good.
Look at that.
Yeah, I learned this technique from the haunted house.
That looks very
where
fancy.
They put the scrolls at the very front of the, what was it? The ticket counter. They did this technique with the ticket counter. It's a very, very cool look. And then I just mirror it on the back so that it'll be stable.
Very nice.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes working on sets does give you good ideas. When is Bricks LA 2022? It is in January.
Yeah, I want to say 7th, 8th, and 9th. Is that right?
It's early January. It's definitely 7th, 8th, and 9th because when I was talking to Marianne about it, I said if I go to visit my family in Arizona for New Year's, then I can swing through on the way back and stop in Bricks LA.
Yep. Friday, January 7th. I think it starts at noon. You can set up and they do things. And they usually have games starting at like 1 or 2 o'clock. And then Saturday and Sunday, the 8th and 9th.
Yeah, so for people looking at the down camera, you can see what I did there is with these scroll pieces, you put them on sideways and they make this nice little arch kind of in between. So that looks like an elegant castle table, doesn't it?
Very nice.
Bricks LA 2022 will be builder only. That's correct.
Yep.
Please join our mailing list for details on future public events. Okay. All right. Okay, so now that might be a little short. I might have to raise this a little bit. I think for a table that might be a little short. Because if they're sitting down, you have relatives in Pasadena? Okay. Then I think that might be something you might want to check out. You may want to check that out, Joel. Okay, so I'm going to need to put this right on the very edge. And I think I do need to raise it, maybe just by a few plates. Or maybe I could leave it, because if you look at the pie is right there. Yeah, maybe I could leave it. They're not really sitting on chairs, though. That's the only thing. They're sitting on the floor. Okay, I think I'm going to raise it a little bit. We'll see how that goes. See how that goes. Oh, what am I going to raise it with? I don't think I have. Do you have gold bricks by chance? 1x2s?
1x2s?
Yeah. I don't think they come. I don't think I've seen them.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. I don't
I
recall.
think I'm going to have to stack some 1x1 jumpers.
Yeah, I know there's 1x2 plates.
Mm-hmm.
But you're right. I don't think I see any.
Uh-oh. This may not work. Nope, that's not going to work. I'll have to see if I have 1x2 plates. I have 1x1 studs. I have 1x1 plates and I have 1x1 studs. So I think I'll go with the plates just to keep it consistent. Yeah, but 1x2s, I don't know if they make 1x2 bricks in that.
Yeah, or at least if they have, I don't have.
You can save on lodging. Yes, you can. And you can actually call yourself a very important builder because that's what they're going to call you.
That is true. That's exactly what they call you.
You can't get out of it, Joel. You can't say I'm not a mock builder, but you can say I'm a very important builder.
There you go.
You have nothing to display. You can't. What about those? What are you doing with the Charles Schulz Museum? Are those physical or are those just renders? Wagon or wagon. Well, it doesn't matter if you mock or not. If you registered, you're still a very important builder.
Yeah.
It's just the way it works.
The first Bricks LA I went to, I didn't bring a mock. I just came because I didn't know what to expect.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then after that, you bring something. And
right.
I was at BrickCon, and I think I brought 4 small mocks that I fit into a suitcase.
Wow.
Ziploc bags or saran wrapped, and 2 of them did fine. 2 of them need to be rebuilt, but yeah.
Well, we all start somewhere, right?
Yep.
My first convention, I brought a 10-second video or a 15-second video. Yeah, display your poo. Exactly. Yeah, I thought those were physical builds. Aren't those physical builds, Joel? You could easily put those into pop culture. Those would count.
That's funny.
I think he just keeps telling people he doesn't mock just so he gets the attention. Because then people say, yes, you do. Yes, you do, Joel. You're the Eeyore. Joel is Eeyore of the Winnie the Pooh universe.
The Eeyore of, what is it, the 7 acre? No. 7 acre?
100 acre wood.
100 acre wood. There you go.
Maybe in Joel's It's only 7 acres.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I'm just going to keep using plates, 1x1 plates. Yeah, you should definitely display your Winnie the Pooh mocks. Those are amazing. They're beautiful. And if it's good enough for the Charles Schultz Museum, it should be good enough for Bricks LA. If somebody were doing the closed captioning script, closed captioning transcription, and when Cowboy Kenobi says display your poo, I wonder how that would come out in the transcription.
That is.
In fact, I think it does it automatically with YouTube. Okay, that looks pretty good. So here's my I put a golden goblet on there too with the pie.
There you go.
And yeah, and he's eating his carrot. And then what should Porky be eating? Should he be eating a chicken leg, or is that?
No, man.
Or
give
fish,
him an apple.
maybe. A fish or apple.
A fish, an apple.
Do I have an apple? I'm not sure if I have an apple. You're right, though. He should be eating an apple. That it's stereotypical, but yes.
Hey, well, you know, stuff.
Or if I really want to go off script, I give him a banana.
Oh, there you go. That'll work.
He can eat bananas. I don't know if I even have an apple though. Now that you mention it, what sets had an apple in it? I have cherries, but I don't have an apple. I know I've seen an apple before.
Cowboy Cornado saying we got demonetized by using the word poo.
Oh. Well, considering we're only at 245 people, we're not monetized yet. We're far from being monetized.
Oh, man.
Clearly, I'm not in this for the money.
Yeah. That's funny.
I stream 6 times a week, and it's like, why? It's definitely not for the money. It's because really the collective art consciousness that comes from this. And people may not understand that, but okay, I'm going to go with the banana because I don't have an apple. I do have another drumstick, though, and I also have fish. I could give him a fish, maybe.
That might work. Why not?
Fish from
Go with what you got.
I also have a croissant. He could be eating a croissant. That's kind of fancy, right?
That is fancy.
Okay. It's fancy. Fancier than a pretzel. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I can put another croissant on the table. And then we also have another turkey leg. We have fish. Okay. Well, the other thing I have to keep in mind is that it has to have something with clutch power because this is opening up.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So that's why these have to kind of stay in place. Yeah, definitely need the clutch. You need the clutch power. And then we have bugs here. We just look at the framing of this. Actually, that works out really well. He's not sitting on a chair, though. I don't know. Normally, he would be sitting on a chair, which would mean I would have to raise up the. I would have to raise this up some more, but I think that size is probably pretty good.
I would agree.
Full screen. I don't think I want to make it any taller than that. So I just will have them sitting on the floor. You can't display Pooh, Tigger, ER because it will be at the museum until the end of January. Oh, those are amazing, though. You got to admit, Joel. You say you don't mock, but those are pretty amazing. Okay, now we have a problem because Porky Oh no, he'll be okay. Porky is on those short legs, those kid legs.
Yeah,
But
the
if
kid
you
legs.
bend it, then he'll be fine. So I'll just have to space those out, and we'll have Taz, I guess, kind of hanging out over here. Yep, definitely need jumpers. Need a bunch of jumpers. My dog is just laying out here with her belly up, her paws like this. She's just chilling.
Que sera.
Que sera. Sera.
Que sera, sera.
Yeah, she's an awesome dog. In fact, I was telling my mom this, that I've been without a dog for 3 years, almost 3 years in February. And I forgot how much I missed having a dog in the house. She just is so adaptable, and she is kind of bossy sometimes though. She wants her pets and things, but she's so sweet to me. She's skittish though around other people. So that's just something that she's just going to have to, I guess, adapt. Now I'm worried about the clutch power on this one jumper and the pandas too, but I think it'll be okay. Okay, so we're gonna put Porky here, Bugs over here. Actually, I probably should put them on jumpers too, so they can turn. So do you like being on the land? Is that something, because you've just started being on the land, right?
Yeah, this year I was new as an ambassador. It's fine. There's a lot of stuff. And they've also kind of, I don't want to say cleaned it up, but they've helped moderate.
Cleaned it up.
There were just some really negative Nellies on that, where they were just awful. You're like, really? Come on. This is Lego. This is fun. This is a hobby. And they just were like very critical. But I think they took care of them, and they have moderate. They're very, very good at moderating now. And they kind of like, hey, I want to step in before this gets kind of, goes in the direction
before it gets out of control.
Yeah. I mean, even you can talk to Flynn. There was a conversation he was involved in. And at one point, it kind of like, I'm like, oh, this guy is just not listening to what people are posting, and he is just yeah. And I was like, wow. So, but no, it's just it's got a lot of information. It's interesting to see what other people and how other lugs act and operate in different countries, which I found very interesting. Some things we're adapting and changing, within our own lug, and making those changes. Yeah, no, it's just it was just interesting. I don't, I do say, what do I say? I say we're rarer than a U.S. congressman, because there's fewer than 435 ambassadors,
that's true.
around the world. So that's kind of cool. But no, it's just, I don't think you necessarily get any insight per se. I mean, there are some things, but
you get to know about the sets before they come out.
There's some of that. Yeah, they kind of talk about some things, but a lot of it is controlled by marketing. And so really where you get that is a leak, like the most recent one, the Chinese, it was leaked in the Chinese market or whatever it was.
Oh, Shanghai.
Yeah. And then everyone's like, oh, and of course, we're not going to see it until, months later. But that's kind of where I would say the inside track. So for the general public, you're not really that side of the inside. What you get is you get access to a lot more of. There are some I don't want to call them press releases, but there's some memos and there's some surveys that they would like, AFOLs to do, and that's kind of that's kind of on the inside track. That's not the general public, but if you want to know what's coming out or sneak peeks, that's just Google anything and you'll find the latest and greatest of what's coming out. It's leaked somewhere in the world, and it's one of the markets.
Definitely Germany. That guy, Der Steiner, or Promo Bricks.
Yeah.
He tends to leak a lot of stuff.
Yeah. But, that's not really what the land kind of says, hey, look, you're an ambassador. We don't want you to, you're not supposed to participate in that. So even though you may know, you don't propagate it.
Right. Exactly.
And that's where some people have decided not to, drop their ambassadorship so they can.
Yeah, exactly. That's why Just Too Good said, I'm not going to do that.
That's actually, that's probably one of a good example. So
yeah, because he was very open about it and said, yeah, I'm not going to participate in land. And it's funny because when he posts his stuff, he'll actually say that I'm just repeating the information from another blogger. So this, I'm not the originator of the leak.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And who knows how the decision making is done. But I'm actually, a part of me is kind of glad, because if they were sending me all those sets and you can't build them on stream, you have to wait. It would be like I'd have to be building these things, making,
do it without an audience, and then and then just publish it.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to do it that way, I know some streamers do wait until the release date and then they stream it. Like the at is a good example. Several streamers waited until the at was public, and then they're doing live streams. And other streamers, they built it ahead of time and then talked about it on the day of the release.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I said, I think part of my strength is commentary. I think more than review.
Yeah.
And live streaming. So like I said, usually when something like this happens, it's a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
That's been my philosophy. So I'm not too worried. Okay, I think we got the scene. So here we go. I'm going to put myself on full screen. So we've got Porky and Bugs and Taz, and I do have some capability of rotating these slightly, but the clutch power is a little weaker. And for Bugs, I had to move his arms up because the carrot kept getting in the way. But he's pretty solid there. Okay, so now the big test comes, is will they clutch? Will they clutch enough so that I can open this without worrying about them falling off? Taz is the one I'm most worried about because he's on a jumper. I might have to switch him out for a regular stud. I probably need another goblet, a gold goblet, right? At least 2.
There you go.
And we know Bugs always drinks. He's a lush. Bugs is a lush. We know that. And I could have sworn I had another goblet in here. But I think we're close. I think we're very close.
I think it's good.
Well, we were talking about, people applying for Lego Masters as well. So Debo has pulled the trigger.
Yeah, good for him.
And I think we need to cheer him on.
Absolutely.
And just keep talking about how great he is.
Well, he's shown us how great he is.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a lie. He's a pretty amazing freaking builder. So
yeah.
And he's got a funny personality. I mean, what more do you want?
There you go. He's the whole package.
He is. He definitely is the whole package. And then you can pair him up with Joel. And then you have the villain. And then what you do, Joel, is you start whining on camera.
That so it's his time. Robin to his Batman.
He would be like, how come they get to have that, like when they did the element one, where they got to pick those 4 different elements.
Oh, Poor Joel.
And then, yeah, Debo just needs a villain sidekick. Yeah. But you could take it to another level by adding the whining part to it. Because they don't have a lot of whiners on the show. Okay, so I added another goblet here. So we got a goblet for Bugs, a goblet for Porky, and then Taz is almost like the dog. He's almost like the side dog, right? The animal, the pet.
There you go.
Okay. All right. So here's the test. I'm going to go full screen.
Can you close it?
Okay. So here's the original, which this will be the first book is the escape from, was it Codrington Palace? Whatever. This book is the reference to the bears, the bear moat, the other in the Czech Republic. And then I guess I just need a name for this castle and this castle here. And so far the clutch is holding. I haven't had anything fall.
Who's the little mini doll there?
Oh, that is the prince from The Little Mermaid.
Oh.
So he's visiting. And then I put Super Sewer Baby here. He's like the bodyguard. But he had to go here or one of these places because he's got to clear the castle turret. Let me see. Did I put him in the right place? Yeah. All right. So I think the clutch stays. So we've got 2 books, and we got to figure out just the name of the book for the middle one. So I'm sure there's got to be a book with a drawbridge.
Sorry, laughing at Cowboy
Taking
Cornados.
up space.
Taking up space. That's Joel, right?
Exactly. Like I said, you need a whiner on the show. And then here's another one. I can't mock, but I'm here and not you. Yeah, exactly. I can't mock, but that is hilarious.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, Joel, you totally should go on. In fact, you should just fill out an application.
There you go.
Just fill in an app, or wait for one of those recruiters to contact you. It's like, you really should apply.
Give me your email. I'll fill out the application for you.
Then there's Gimmick Masters.
Gimmick Masters.
Oh, that would be hilarious. Is that on the Brickanista Broadcast Network, we are bringing you Gimmick Masters. We could do like a whole spoof on the whole show. Yeah. Instead of a review. Though I do like doing the reviews. So I think, yeah. All right, now they're asking if Cornado has applied for Lego Masters Season 3.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, Cornado, you're in Northern California, aren't you?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
In fact, did you go to Brickpalooza today? I know you've been sick, so maybe not. But Brickpalooza was right in Roseville.
Really?
Which isn't too far from where you are, Cornado. That was all day today. I think today, or was today set up, and is it tomorrow? Let me look it up. Let me look up Brickpalooza. It might be all day tomorrow, now that I think about it. Because right now, Marianne is over there. It's actually tomorrow. It's tomorrow from 10 to 5. So you could go. You could go.
Brickpalooza, Marianne is?
Yeah, Marianne is set up today. She drove from Utah to set up. Yeah. Yeah, the ultimate Lego experience. Jones Hall and Gordon Room from 10 to 5. You could bring your daughter if she's feeling well, if they're both feeling well. If you're not, then stay home, rest up, take it easy. Yeah, so Brickpalooza's tomorrow. I thought we missed it. So you can actually go if you wanted to. In fact, the person who really should go is Bubs and Lava Bat. Because Bubs is right in Roseville. So he should definitely go. You like to keep my bricks and my Palooza separate. Okay. Well, you don't have to go, but Brickspalooza was my very first convention. And that's when I lived in Santa Rosa. The guy, Caleb, actually let me do a student project where I video taped him going in and out of his store. I did a little student project. He's super cool guy. And that's where I got Batman from, because he was selling some of the cardboard cutouts and such.
Well, so is Brickpalooza kind of like Brickfest Live, where it's a third party that puts it on? And
yeah, it's a one-day event. And they... Caleb has been doing this, I want to say 6 years, maybe. Let me see. What does it say here? Does it say how long? 5th annual. So, yeah, so it's close. Okay, and apparently sales ended. So I guess you might be able to get tickets at the door. Maybe. Yeah.
Or find a scalper in the street.
Yeah, it says we're expecting the event to sell out. Cannot guarantee tickets will be available the day of the event. Okay. Okay, and then $12 the day of the event, only if tickets remain available. So yeah, it's probably because of COVID and that they've had restrictions.
Yeah.
All right. Well, cool. What have you been working on, PT?
Very well. I didn't get too far, but I was trying to make a mechanism because in the Justice League you have the superhero kind of jumping out, and so all I did was got this little mechanism here, and I was going to put a superhero up here, and then put 3 of them kind of standing right in front.
Yeah.
So I didn't get very far. I was probably too chatty, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, that's okay. It was great having you here. Yeah. And Joel was asking about, is Brickpalooza more of a vendor event? And actually, it does have mocks from some people, because when I went, which was in 2018, there was this guy who used to be with Baylug, and I'm trying to remember his name. He had all those ships that he would bring, and he actually moved to Northern California. So, yeah. So Brickpalooza is not just a vendor event. There's people who bring mocks there too.
Yeah, if it's like Brickfest Live, there's mock builders and vendors, and then some activities that they put on.
Yeah, and I think this one is probably more family friendly as well. They have a lot of they had a quiet room for some of the kids who get affected with a lot of noise. Yeah. So they had a little quiet area where kids could just build, and they had some bricks there. Yeah. So yeah, if you ever get a chance to, in fact, what I told Marianne is that I got to go buy a shirt, because I used to have a Brickpalooza shirt, but it's gone. So I need to get some more swag, because I really think I really like what Caleb has done with the whole Brickpalooza experience, and he's been doing it for 5 years now, so he's got experience with it. And he also helped me with the Brickanista Film Festival, because he wanted to have like an area where you could watch some of the films, the regular Lego movies. But I said, what if we had a showcase of stop motion animation films too? So I curated a set, and we ran them in a loop, and it worked out great. So yes, there was a Brickanista Film Festival before the Brickanista Broadcast Network arrived. So anyway, well, thanks again, PT.
No, not a problem. Thanks for the invite. I was just chilling earlier in the hot tub, and that's when I was like, oh, hey, Vic, you're broadcasting, and so I was that's where I was earlier. And when I said I had to leave, we had to get out of the hot tub.
Well, I'm glad you weren't streaming from the hot tub.
No.
That would be one of those hot tub, on Twitch, how they have the pool and the hot tub stream. Because I said, we are not going to do that on the Brickanista Broadcast Network. If you had, then it would be like, no.
Yep, too much skin. You don't want to see that.
Well, that's great that you can enjoy that. It's raining here, and it's like in the mid 40s, so it's not really hot tub weather here.
That's perfect hot. I love cold weather with a warm hot tub. That's the best.
Yeah.
That's just me. So, but
I'm also on the 3rd floor of an apartment, so my neighbors below, as we were getting out of the hot tub, probably wouldn't appreciate that. But thank you again. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. And it's been fun. If you like the stream, I know I don't do a very good job of this, but if you like the stream, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and you will only get cynicism, sarcasm, and satire here on the Brickanista Broadcast Network. So if that's what you like, you've come to the right place.
And a wee bit of education. There's
Yes, we did. We did have education. We had two big things. We learned about bear moats today.
See, it's like Sesame Street for adults.
Well, the other thing is that you always hear about crocodiles being in moats. That's not true.
Yeah.
That's the other thing, is that they debunked that whole thing. There's never been a crocodile in a moat. So there have been bears, though. So that's what's crazy, is we learned about bear moats, and we learned the term anthropomorphize, and it's still in the ticker. So for those of you who don't remember, it's in the ticker there as far as the definition of anthropomorphize or anthropomorphism, where Bugs Bunny is a good example of that, where you take an animal and make it have human characteristics.
Yeah. So,
well, this has been fun. I really enjoyed it. And I have to do this too. You're listening to the Brickanista Broadcast Network. And if you want to send me any snail mail, you can at the Brickanista Broadcast Network, P.O. Box 31956, Seattle, Washington, 98103. So thank you for hanging out with me on this community stream. And I'm going to maybe try in December that we might try locals.com on Saturdays and see how that goes. And also, what happened tonight, Batman Saves the Holidays, right? We're going to do that as a challenge. So PT and I will chat some more about it. We'll figure it out. We're going to run this challenge together. Just put Batman in a scene in the holidays. It could be Thanksgiving, it could be Christmas, it could be Hanukkah, it could be Kwanzaa, whatever you want. Any holiday during this time of year. New Year's Day, Batman Saves New Year's. It'll be fun. So thanks again, everybody. And we had Lena here, Joel, Glenn, Cowboy Kenobi, PT, of course, and anybody else who might be listening and lurking and having fun. So anyway, as they say on the Brickanista Broadcast Network, may the clutch be with you. Take care, everyone.
Good night.
And hang out too a little bit in the green room. We'll chat some more about this new challenge. Take care, everybody. Bye.